Former White House press secretary and outnumbered co-host Kayleigh McEnany joins me now. Does Joe Biden understand the gravity of the situation where we have American hostages in the Gaza Strip held by Hamas?
No, he doesn't. The President of the United States did a 72-hour vanishing act. This president went to a barbecue on Sunday. This president had a holiday on Monday. You know who didn't have a holiday on Monday? The hostages. Hostages don't get holidays. What happened in that 72-hour period where our commander-in-chief vanished? We learned about 40 dead babies, some of whom have been decapitated. We learned about a 9-month-old that got abducted. My 10-month-old is upstairs sleeping. He was fed 5 times today. His diaper changed I don't know how many times. Do you think that 9-month-old is being fed? Of course he's not, Jesse. We learned, God forbid, a mom who was murdered, whose baby was attached by an umbilical cord, visibly shot by Hamas. And our president couldn't find his way to a microphone? I don't care if you can't get to the Oval, Joe. I don't care if you can't get to the podium. Gosh, press staff, bring a microphone to his bedside. He should have addressed to this country. We have American hostages. We have Americans killed. Our commander-in-chief chose to be Houdini instead of the commander of this country and the leader of the free world. It's despicable. And his remarks today, no mention of Iran, no deliverables, no excuse. Yes, he had a few strong words for the terrorist. He had strong words on behalf of Israel. Words are cheap, Joe Biden. I need to see action.
He did not meet the emotional moment that this required. He didn't meet the emotional moment of the world, this country. And I'm worried, Kayleigh, that he's going to be tempted to kind of ignore the hostage situation and make sure that the media doesn't cover it and pivot to other things. Right now, this should be his number one focus. Do you think this is his number one focus? Because his people are saying global warming is.
Yeah, I think that is closer to his number one focus. I think his number one focus is winning the election next year. And the entire opening of Politico this morning was about the massive pressure on Joe Biden by his left flank. How can he stay the course when Ilhan Omar and AOC and the media, Jesse, right now the media is being forced to talk to the victims? What happens in 5 days, as a Democrat congressman said anonymously to Politico, when they stop talking to victims, when they stop showing these images, when the media does what they always do and the left does what they always do, they do a heel turn and they throw Israel under the bus and it all becomes about the Palestinians. There's no moral equivalency here. As you said, this is terrorist versus Israel. It is not nation versus nation. But wait, give it 4 days, 5 days. The media is going to change on this. And Joe Biden, I hope he doesn't change with him.
No, we won't. And we're not going to let him forget about this. This is serious business. We got to get these guys back. Kayleigh, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.